think there is some problem. People are not able to join in. ठीक है. A message is to be sent on the waiting room. Bhavya, do you have the YouTube link handy with you right now?
Yes, ma'am. I have the YouTube link.
So just put a message on the waiting room. Waiting room वालों को जो है message भेजो that they should join via YouTube and send the link also.
Okay, ma'am.
ठीक है, please do that because अब जो उसके बाद surplus हैं, they are not even being reflected in the waiting room. Hello.
Good morning, all. We welcome you to the orientation program. We will be beginning with the same very soon in just a couple of minutes. Till then, we wish to request you if you all could please switch on your cameras so that the session could become more interactive. We'll begin very soon. We request you to please come on the cameras and let us make the session really interesting. Thank you. Good morning and a very warm welcome to one and all present here. To quote Dennis Waitley, an American motivational speaker, happiness cannot be traveled to, owned, earned, worn, or consumed. Happiness is the spiritual experience of living every minute with love, grace, and gratitude. Indeed, happiness is a virtue worth emulating, and with this thought in mind, I, Bhavya Batra and Anima Singh, the bona fide students of Hindu College, Delhi University, are delighted in the dignified presence of Professor Anju Srivastava Madam, Principal, Hindu College, Dr. Manisha Pandey Ma'am, Speaker, Hindu College Parliament, Professor Reena Jain Madam, Vice Principal, Hindu College, Professor Rameshwar Rai Sir, Disciplinary Resource Person, Mr. Sanjeev Dutt Sharma Sir, the College Librarian, Dr. Venika Krishna Ma'am, the College Counselor, Dr. Naurum Santa Cruz Singh Sir, the Hostel Warden, Dr. Ananya Barua Madam, Member of the Internal Complaints Committee, Dr. Vijay Garg Sir, Dr. Shankar Kumar Sir, the College Bursar, Ms. Rajesh Sharma Madam, the Administrative Officer, Mr. Vijender Tiwari Sir, SO Admin, and Mr. Sadar Singh Rawat Sir, SO Accounts. We all extend a very warm welcome to the newly inducted batch of the first year students and all the distinguished dignitaries and faculty members who have joined us today for the orientation program to welcome the batch of 2024 to the one and only Hindu College. हम आप सभी का हार्दिक अभिनंदन एवं स्वागत करते हैं. Hindu College is undoubtedly one of the most prestigious and oldest educational institutions in India, being founded in 1899 by Sri Krishnadas Ji Gurwale. Our institution, ever since then, was instrumental in the Indian national struggle for independence, and it had even attracted great luminaries like Mahatma Gandhi, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, Sarojini Naidu, Rabindranath Tagore, and many others whose voices reverberated in the precincts of Hindu College with great contributions made by Hinduites from time to time in the growth and progress of India. The college has an extensive list of illustrious alumni in the fields of politics, art and culture, law, bureaucracy, medicine, journalism, education and philanthropy, sports, cinema and entertainment, such as Shri Hardeep Singh Puri, Honorable Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Government of India, Srimati Meenakshi Lekhi, Minister of State, External Affairs Ministry, Government of India, Justice Y.K. Sabharwal, the former Chief Justice of India, Mr. Ashok Lavasa, the former Election Commissioner of India, Dr. Naresh Trehan, Managing Director, Medanta Medicity Hospital, Arnav Goswami, Neha Khanna, Rekha Bhardwaj, Tiska Chopra, Imtiaz Ali, and many more. With its glorious past, Hindu College stands proud in withstanding its legacy and in cherishing the music of truth, being ranked as the #1 college in the India Today ranking in arts and sciences and #2 in commerce. Being home to a resplendent mixture of academic and co-curricular activities, the college, with its magnificent infrastructure and the sheer hard work of the faculty members and students, has stood against all challenges and tried to perform its best in each sphere of educational activity. हिंदू कॉलेज की कीर्ति विश्व विख्यात है. हिंदू कॉलेज केवल एक शिक्षा का उम्दा संस्थान ही नहीं है, परंतु एक ऐसा माध्यम है जो अनेकों छात्रों के भविष्य को नई ऊंचाइयों की ओर ले जाता है एवं हमारे भारतवर्ष को अपने छात्रों की ऊर्जा से प्रकाशित और गौरवान्वित भी करता है.
When it comes to the University of Delhi and India, it remains to be the most sought after college and offers some unique features such as the Hindu College Parliament, the Prime Minister's office, and places like our much loved newly inaugurated Sanganeria Auditorium, Sanganeria Science Law, amphitheater, Bharat Ram Center, Iptida Lawn, a lovely canteen, and a huge sports complex. It really provides the students with a platform to explore themselves and to discover their inner talents. Now, with 15 departments and 32 student societies, the journey at Hindu College is always the most bright path of each and every Hinduite. We congratulate you all on being admitted as Hinduites and look forward to having a wonderful experience ahead. We again extend a very warm welcome to everyone present in this August gathering. Moving ahead, when rhythm of hands and feet sync with the serenity of expression, it creates an elixir of bliss. At Hindu College, Adrita, the exquisite classical dance society, truly manifests what is sublime. And let us inaugurate this orientation with an awe-inspiring performance by Akhila R, our second-year student from Economics Honors, on behalf of Adrita Society.
We'll now present a performance before you by Adhita.
And meanwhile, I also request all the freshers to pose their questions in the chat box.
I hope the screen is visible.
Yes, it is.
Sure.
Shri Saraswati Mamavatu Shri Saraswati Mamavatu Shri Saraswati Mamavatu Shri Saraswati Mamavatu Shri Saraswati Shri Saraswati Mamavatu Shri Saraswati Kama Kodi Vayasini Kama Kodi Vayasini Mamavatu Shri Saraswati Raja
What a Luciferous performance, and I hope you all agree with me. Meanwhile, I would like to reiterate that all the freshers are requested to post their questions in the chat box. We would eventually be taking some of them in the question and answer round, which will be due, at the end of this orientation program. And moving ahead. तो दोस्तों कहते हैं कि हर जर्रे में एक धुन होती है और आज बयान करने वाले आए हैं, बस सुनने वालों की दरकार है और मुझे ये यकीन है कि आपकी दरकार आप सभी से पूरी हुई. So dear Hinduites, Alankar, the Indian Music Society of Hindu College is here with their mellifluous symphony. Let us hear it for them. We'll be presenting a performance by Alankar. I am pretty sure you're going to enjoy it thoroughly.
I hope the screen is visible.
Yes, it is.
Sure.
वंदे मातृका नमस्ते नमस्ते नमोस्तुते.
I wish we had a marquee event to witness this amazing cultural delight. Thank you so much, Adrita and Alankar, for your fantastic performances. So, dear freshers, we would encourage all of you to join the society orientations on 18th and 19th, the schedule for which has already been shared with you via email. So, be a part of any of the merit societies of your choice and get a chance to hone your interests as well as your abilities. Thank you.
Great leaders don't set out to make a leader, they set out to make a difference. It's never about the role, it's always about the goal. Indeed, the very fact that Hindu College today stands at the pinnacle of glory, being the most sought after institution by the students and being ranked at the top, is a consequence of the great leadership provided to our college by Principal Madam Dr. Anju Srivastava, who has always stood to contribute to our institution in the best means possible and has upheld great standards of academic and co-curricular excellence and has always played a motherly role for all the students of Hindu College. Madam, we are honored to have you here with us. अतः मैं हिंदू कॉलेज की प्रिंसिपल प्रोफेसर अंजू श्रीवास्तव जी से यह सादर अनुरोध करता हूं कि वे इस सभा में उपस्थित सभी छात्रों का मार्गदर्शन करें.
Thank you, Bhavya. I am quite humbled by your very beautiful, kind words. I don't know how to start though. बहुत अच्छी तरह से तुम दोनों बच्चे अनीमा एंड भव्या दोनों बहुत अच्छी तरह से प्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं और अभी मेरे से पहले जो दो प्रस्तुति हुई हैं वो दोनों ही बहुत भाव विभोर कर रही हैं हमें. अखिला जिसे हमने देखा भी नहीं है. As a student we have not seen her as yet, but I have seen her performance and her glory is so much known now. From the background number of trophies and number of awards, I hope that is the ones that have been earned by her. So a very beautiful start. And of course, Alankar has also been a brilliant society with the current students. They have already shown their extreme talent in the recently done inauguration of our facilities. So I have been given the task to speak and I'm really very excited. A very, very good morning to all of you here today. I welcome you all to the orientation program for the class of 2024, an event which I am sure is keenly awaited, an event which has been organized for you, our first year students, that marks the beginning of a phase of your lives that is likely to shape your future. To these students who are embarking on this foundational journey today, I extend the warmest and most enthusiastic welcome. Like last year, this year too has been extremely difficult for all of us. Each one of us has been affected in some or the other way. As you students, while you're doing your journey of school life and coming over to the colleges, as we teachers, as families, all of us have been finding it extremely difficult. And as much as we wanted to start this academic year and welcome you all in person, unfortunately, we must do some of it from a distance. Hindu College, as has been spoken by the anchors of the program, is an institution that thrives on a rich heritage and tradition of an unrelenting thirst for knowledge. We have a culture that is 121 years old now, but renews its spirit and evolves every year with the admission of talented and gifted students like you all from all over the country. This year too, the batch of admitted students is exceptionally bright in academics and represents the length and breadth of this country. And some of you are even abroad and have joined us in this college. Your hard work has brought you actually to this point where you are standing in the footsteps of stalwarts who have gone on to achieve remarkable milestones in every walk of life. It is indeed an honor and my privilege to be able to support the students and faculty of our college from this position. Students, you stand here today because you have got the support of everyone who has helped you along this way. Your families, which you should never forget, your teachers at various levels, and of course, your friends. Over the course of the next 3 years, you will form many, many more such bonds here at Hindu. In fact, our college is built on the foundation of community and togetherness. And one of the most important aspects of college life, therefore, is building a system of support, both friends and faculty. Here, you will have the opportunity to share experiences with people who come with perspectives very different from yours and form relationships that will last a lifetime. And in fact, these kind of perspectives, these kind of views are the real views and the real ways or the real food by which you will be able to see yourself glooming and grooming in the best possible way. The open spaces and corridors are where the college truly lives, more than it does in classrooms and labs. That's quite regimented inside the classrooms and labs, but the kind of freedom, the kind of liberal views that you exchange outside the labs and classrooms is where you will really enjoy a lot and see a different personality shaping up. The sense of community that is built from small and banal passing conversations to deep and spirited discussions and debates. These are all hallmarks of the Hindu experience. These open spaces and corridors are, of course, empty for now. In fact, they look almost haunted. They are longing and waiting for you. But you should know that we are all working very hard to recreate as much of this experience as we can from a distance. While physical proximity is foundational to what makes you tick as Hinduites, we should know that our spirit and togetherness cannot be constrained by distance. That is what is very important, and that is what we must understand, especially for the current second years also. This is not the first batch which is experiencing this no contact learning. It is the second batch, and it is the present second years through the performance of Akhila and through the performance of Alankar, and there'll be many, many more such interactions. They have, I think, already got into the spirits of Hindu college, and they have not kept this distance or no contact any kind of an impediment, any kind of a hurdle for their growth. Perhaps, the best indicator of this is the fact that alumni who are separated from the college by many hundreds of miles and tens of years still have a deep and meaningful connection with the college. And you can see that when you see their get-togethers, when you are able to, meet them on occasions, on functions, then you will see the spirit with which they, feel proud about being a Hinduite forever. Similarly, we must do all we can to not let this distance stand in the way of the Hindu spirit. While remote classes and online events cannot be a substitute for being together in person, we have been reasonably successful in building technological solutions to bridge this divide. And what better example than what we are witnessing right now through this platform. About 18 months ago, we were unaware, oblivious to all of these availabilities. But now you see it has become a way of life. Similarly, the online mode of classes, which of course were with a lot of challenges, but now I must congratulate everyone for having been able to do everything very smoothly, whether it's classes or it's programs like these. And so I must actually thank the entire team of this orientation program organization who have made it possible for us to reach out to our students today. In the same context, I encourage all students to organize social events and events for the various societies on these platforms. I also want to take this opportunity to ask you to not hesitate in reaching out to the administration or myself directly with any requests, suggestions, or feedbacks that we can use to improve your experience in any meaningful way. And that's why we have kept a question answer session at the first opportunity. We are all still quite new to this world, and hopefully we will not be staying in this situation for too long. But while we are in it, it is our sincere endeavor to make it as pleasant for each other as possible. This also means affording grace and patience to each other. And I really mean what I am saying. In these uncertain times, we are all mentally, physically, and emotionally stretched. And I know this especially for our students, and things in our classes or in the normal functioning of the work of our students, teachers, or the administration may go wrong occasionally. We pledge to be considerate and understanding to you all as you make this difficult transition to the beginning of college, and we only ask for the same consideration in return. It is my belief that with the resources at your disposal and the support of our diligent faculty members, you will have every opportunity to excel in whichever field you choose to pursue. We are constantly trying to provide you with everything you need to bridge your ambitions and your reality, to take the necessary steps that make your dreams tangible. We seek to make the college an even more conducive place for our faculty and students to work at their full potential. And in this context, in the last few years, we have made a very positive enforcement of infrastructure, which has pushed our college to higher pedestals. A 4-storied academic block building, a 4-storied girls' hostel, a very state-of-the-art girls' hostel, which was built some 3 years ago, a modern, very state-of-the-art auditorium, which would actually have witnessed this program today, but it will be a delight when you get to actually see this auditorium, and a very latest edition of a beautiful amphitheater, as also an upcoming modern building dedicated as the Center for Interdisciplinary Research, are additions to the space and comfort in the experience of learning. And we are really wishing that the time comes soon when you can use all of these facilities to the fullest and get rewards of the way that you want your dreams to come true with. As you set targets and work towards achieving them, you must remember that there will be times when you will fall short. It's not going to be a rosy picture all the while. There are going to be dips and there are going to be highs. The most important lesson perhaps would be that the one that you will be learning at college is that of resurgence and perseverance. Things might not always work the way you would want them to be. And Corona has taught us all of that. There could be days when you feel very disillusioned, very dispirited, but you need to summon that faith and courage in yourself that has brought you to this point. You're not sitting in this campus because it's just a coincidence. You have been working very, very hard. You're sitting here because of all the success and hard work of so many years, which has led you here. Trust your own abilities and don't hesitate to ask for help from any of us and all your faculty members. I am sure you will make the most of all the academic and extracurricular opportunities at your disposal. As Anima said, we have 30 plus students run vibrant societies. In fact, they now even branch out to many, many more. So I can conveniently and comfortably say that there are about close to 50 societies which are waiting for you to explore yourselves, to express yourselves. And you have to make the most of it, because this is what is going to give you a niche over the others. And you will be able to do very well in life through expressions coming from these participations in these societies. You will be told all about these tomorrow and day after. I hope you will discover in the next 2 days that you have entered a lively, challenging, diverse, and a warm community. But do remember that a good balance between academics and extracurricular activities is the key to success. Because although I am talking about it at this point of time, extracurricular will give you that component, whatever percentage of component that adds to your personality and even your overall career growth. But academics by far stages that kind of a foundation, which is so much important for you to go a long way. The contactless admissions process is a novel experience in the sense that we had it last year. It has been improvised further in this year, and it has several amazing technologically driven features. Things we would have vehemently resisted in the ordinary course have been the only rescue to keep the process of teaching learning continuous. The highlight of the mission admission was that what seemed to be happening with just a click of the mouse was actually having a huge team of teachers and support non-teaching staff at all levels working through the day and even a good part of the night to arrive at the conclusion of whether the click should be for selection of the candidate into the college or rejection of the candidate. Indeed, this splendid teamwork has made the admissions completely free from errors and glitches. And I'm sure everybody would agree, including the students, on this aspect of it. I take this opportunity to deeply thank the convener Central Admission Committee, Dr. Manish Kansal, and his team for their 100% commitment and sincerity in this entire process. The college deeply appreciates their efforts and places on record its utmost gratitude for their tireless work. So I'm naming these people: Dr. Vivek Verma, Dr. Naram Santa Cruz Singh, Dr. Kanta Garg, Dr. Geetika Bhalla, Dr. Adarsh Singh, Dr. Puranmal Verma, Sri Sanjeev Dutt Sharma, the large number of teachers in charge who have dedicatedly spent endless hours: Dr. Rameshwar Rai, Dr. Charu Kumar, Dr. D. Goswami, Dr. Priyanka Agarwal, Dr. Seema Das, Dr. Ratan Lal, Dr. Arvind Chaudhary, Dr. Twinkle Pal, Dr. Ananya Barwa, Dr. Jagmohan, Dr. Aparna Saxena, Dr. Neetu, Dr. Nidhi Chawla, Dr. Nidhi Dhamija, Dr. Lavleen Gupta, Dr. Ravinder Kumar, Sri Ajay Kumar, the CSE members who have been helping us wade through by helping the TICs, the teachers in charge from allotted various departments. And they are Dr. Sumit Nandan, Dr. Bindu Bansal, Dr. Sachin Vashish, Dr. Pathak, Dr. Samriddhi, Dr. Narendra, Dr. Vinita Narula, Dr. Abdul Ansari, Dr. Bimlendu, Dr. Manoj Varshne, Dr. Varunendra Rawat, Dr. Pooja Saxena. And I apologize if I've missed names. I know I have missed names. I cannot, because the list is so long, and I must actually spend one more minute if you have the patience, because I would be failing in my duties if I don't take the names of some of our young faculty who have never said no to any work related to anything, including admissions. So I would, in fact, proudly take the names of Dr. Manoj Verma, Dr. Reema Gupta, Dr. Pallavi Saxena, Dr. Sandeep Kumar, Dr. Rahul Kumar, Dr. Ravi, Dr. Tuisim, Dr. Amit Tanwar, Dr. Arun Patel, and some more, which I am afraid I don't have the list, but I think they really need to be applauded for continuously working for this successful mission admission. Similarly, in the sports admission, which is actually going on right now, we have a trio of Mr. Jainder Pal Singh, popularly known as Hanshuji, Dr. Vijay Garg, and Mr. Datta, who are the key members, and they are putting in all efforts to ensure fair, objective, and transparent admissions process in this category. Similarly, in ECA category, we have our nodal officer, Dr. Neeraj Sharma, who has actually spent sleepless nights in jotting down and compiling the list, that very, very exhaustive list of meritorious students in this category. The category allotted to the college has been digital media, and so soon the results and the admissions are, in fact, they have already begun. The backbone of the entire admission mission is the administrative staff, which doesn't come in the front but is the most important component of any procedure or any story to come to a successful conclusion. So whether it is the administrative staff or the accounts department, we feel very blessed to have very cooperative staff of both these sections. This is the staff which enables us to streamline all the guidelines and processes. They are the ones who will help you throughout your journey of 3 years. And I appreciate the untiring efforts of our administrative officer, Mrs. Rajesh Sharma, the SO admin, Shri Vijender Tiwari, SO accounts, Shri Sadar Singh Rawat, consultant accounts, Shri Mahesh Rawat, and the support staff. Again, in this list, I have the addition of the library staff, which has, in this year, we have changed the pattern of who is going to check what and who is going to help in what way. And therefore, I must appreciate their role also. And at a very short notice, they have done a marvelous job in vetting the certificates, etc. As you all join the college today, you become responsible members of the community. It is our collective responsibility to remain constructive and committed towards the college. Today, you become members of something greater than just a building, which of course you also have to see even at this moment you haven't seen it, a walled campus, a community of students. You are going to be greater than all of these. You are entering into a lifelong association that will only grow and become deeper with time. And you will not even realize how Hindu has penetrated into you, has been imbibed and accepted so well by you that it will never go off from your memories. It will, even when you are 60 years old, 70 years old, 80 years old, it might sound funny at this stage, but so many of us who have seen our Hinduites as closely as this have experienced it. So we are saying this out of our experience and interaction. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you to the Hindu family, and I am excited to see you, how you are going to shape, how you're going to actually fall in love with this institution. We are here to support you in your endeavors and we wish you very well on this journey. In today's program, you are being introduced to the various aspects of this journey: academic through our vice principal, co-curricular through our speaker of the parliament, financial aspect, finance support which is going to be given is through the bursar, administrative aspect through our administrative officer, and last but not the least, support for all overall well-being through our college counselor. In the academic portion, I missed out on the library, which is a very integral part. Again, I would extend my apologies if I've missed out on anybody, because this is a whole havan. It's like a yagya, and I should not miss out on any of the ahutis. we hope and wish that you get a fair idea of how to navigate well in this college. Your academic session is going to commence from 22nd November, and more details of all of this are available on the website. Welcome to the best 3 years of your life. These 3 years will be the quickest of your life, so pause and try to make the most of them. Once again, thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for addressing us.
So moving ahead, it gives me immense pleasure. I'm feeling nostalgic as well, seeing the chat box, because the most frequent question is on reopening of Delhi University. As a student of second year, we came with the same questions. I'm feeling so nostalgic at this point in time. But don't you worry, because these are experiences for you and you are going to learn very good lessons from it rather than missing out on something. So moving ahead, since its inception, Hindu College has been the epitome of democratic student governance. Indubitably, the college's association with the national movement has also been profound. Established in the 1920s, the Hindu College Parliament stands as the baton holder of the ideals cherished by all Hinduites and emanates the Indian parliamentary system. I would like to take this opportunity to invite Dr. Manisha Pandey ma'am, Speaker of the College Parliament, to enlighten the freshers in this regard.
Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much, both of you, Bhavya and Anima, for giving this background to the students. And I'm sure after listening to our revered principal, they must have definitely got an idea as to what Hindu College is all about. I don't really have to say anything on this basically, because your presence here in this orientation program today that the college has organized is itself, showcasing the fact that why you are there in Hindu College. So I am here to apprise you on the parliamentary activities. So I will just give you a brief of that. Good morning, everyone. Madam Principal, Dr. Anju Srivastava, Deputy Speaker, Dr. Rekha Basu, the Marshal, Dr. Sumit Nandan, my dear students, my friends, my colleagues, and I'm sure some of your parents also must be, listening to this program. So I pay my regards to them as well. I welcome you all to this orientation program, which is being organized for the batch of 21-24. And I want to apprise the newcomers, and I welcome you again to this academic session. I take this opportunity to give you a brief as to what the Parliament of Hindu College is all about. Most of the student activities, as has already been pointed out by Anima also and our principal also, are managed by the Hindu College Parliament. The parliament system here in Hindu College was established way back in the year 1920s. So you can imagine how old the parliamentary system of Hindu College is all about. And precisely it was introduced to infuse a sense of discipline and nationalism. So when we all are working here and we are part of the parliamentary system, we try at our level best. We strive to make the students better citizens of India. We want you to learn some values. We want you to indulge in all those possible activities through which you can develop all sorts of faculties that you're born with. We all are born with some potentialities and capacities. So the Hindu College Parliament definitely gives us that opportunity and that, that backdrop, with the help of which we can, think in terms of going into different areas and excelling in different aspects of our lives. So all the regular students, and now you all are also regular students of Hindu College, and all the teaching faculty are honorable members of the Hindu College Parliament. That's a very important thing. I'm sure you all will be able to relate yourselves once you come to college physically. So let me tell you again how the parliament here works. The Constitution of the Republic of Hindu College has the principal as the head of the institution, and he or she is known as the president. The other members, the other official members of the parliament are the speaker, the deputy speaker, the marshal, the prime minister, the leader of opposition, the cabinet ministers, and the secretaries. Now, as far as the appointment of the prime minister is concerned, the appointment of the Prime Minister is made by the Honorable President of Hindu College Parliament on the basis of the outcome of an election that we have yearly. This election usually takes place somewhere in the first week of the month of September. That's a regular practice, but unfortunately, because of the pandemic last year, we were not really able to hold that. So that is that's a kind of a gap year as far as the elections are concerned. Now, this election is giving an opportunity to all the students, all the honorable students. They are given an opportunity to cast a vote to elect their Prime Minister, the way we do at the level of our Indian subcontinent. So you all get the opportunity to cast your vote to elect your Prime Minister. One thing is very important to know here: only a student of the final year batch, that is of the graduating batch, can contest for the post of the Prime Minister. The first years and the second years are not given that opportunity. The third year students only have this opportunity to contest, and they can file their candidature for the same. The Prime Minister is, as I mentioned earlier, also is elected by appointed by you, appointed by the President. The person who gets the second highest vote in that election is appointed as the Leader of Opposition by the Speaker. So this is how the Prime Minister and the Leader of Opposition take their positions. The Prime Minister then recommends the various portfolios that we have, and then accordingly the cabinet ministers are chosen. We have many portfolios here at Hindu College Parliament. Just for your information, a few of them: we have finance, cultural activities, literary activities, library, sports, students' welfare, canteen, environment, girl students' welfare, and differently abled students as well, and a few more to add to that. Now, once this procedure is over, the finance minister then proposes a budget in the House, which is then approved by the House. And this exercise usually takes place in the month of October. By the end of the month of October, this exercise has to be completed. If not, then we do not elect the Prime Minister and we do not have the Parliament functioning at all. It has to be completed within the month of October. After the budget is proposed, it is then discussed and debated upon. It is approved and modified in the House with due deliberations. And let me tell you again, it is this one very vital feature that you all must be aware of. You all get an opportunity to actively participate in these procedures, which are part of the parliamentary activities. You can you obviously are part of the Parliament as an honorable member. You cast your vote. But alongside that, you can also participate as a cabinet minister or a secretary. Now, once this is, finalized, we pass the budget and the Parliament is declared as functional. The Prime Minister takes his oath and then they start functioning. Now, basically, after this, the responsibility is for the Prime Minister to ensure that all the portfolios, they are designed and they are given their specific designations. They start working together. And it is at that point, again, I'm repeating, you all can actively become members of these proceedings of the Parliament. So in the end, I again extend a very, very warm and a hearty welcome to all the honorable members to this batch of 21-24. And I expect, as the principal has already, shared with you, and Anima and Bhavya also have talked about it, we would like all the first years, we would like all the freshers to come and participate actively in the proceedings and become members of the 32, 33 societies that we have. They all function under the aegis of the Hindu College Parliament. In whatever field you want to excel, in whatever area you want to become a part of that society, you're most welcome. The society advisors and the society heads will be giving you a brief in the next following 2 days. And wheresoever you feel comfortable, you can be a part of that. Obviously, you will have to go through the auditions and everything. That procedure is mandatory for all of us, for all of you. So I expect that you will be coming and, giving the Hindu College this opportunity to welcome you on that behalf as well, on that forum as well. And you all will try your level best to make the Hindu College Parliament as dynamic and as vibrant as may be possible. That's a humble request from my side as the Speaker of the Hindu College Parliament. And just one more information I wanted to share with you. I had a talk with the principal yesterday, and she has agreed to share this information with you. There is a project that has been launched recently, which is known as Nadi Ko Jano, by the organization called Research for Resurgence Foundation. Basically, for having some information about the data of the rivers of India. So real-time data of rivers. So we want as many students to be a part of this program, to be part of this drive. This campaign actually was launched by the Honorable Union Minister for Education, Shri, I think Dharmendra Pradhanji. Yeah, he's the Education Minister, and he was the one who had launched this program on the occasion of Vyas Puja. So all the institutions, all the academic institutions, all the colleges also have been requested to be a part of this drive. So we would love to have you in more numbers, in large numbers, so that we can have a larger participation at the level where they are going to constitute a committee where Hindu College also wants to be a part of. So I hope that the first years, the fresher students will be willing to be a part of this. So this is all from my side as far as the activities of the
Ma'am, your voice is not audible. Could you please see if the mic is not muted?
Bhavya?
Now it is audible, ma'am.
Okay, I'm so sorry. At times, there's a little problem with the internet and all. So I just wanted to add one more line to what the principal has already said, that I'm just wishing from my side and on behalf of the Hindu College fraternity that you all will have a great stay with us for the next coming 3 years. As the principal has already said, these 3 years are the most enjoyable days of anybody's life. The college days are the most enjoyable days in anybody's life, and they actually just fly off like anything. And I hope and I pray to God that because I was seeing in the chat box, most of the students, they are actually waiting so eagerly to, for the colleges to reopen. Everybody practically is writing on the chat box, please reopen the DU. Believe you me, all of us are eagerly waiting to come back to the college campus and meet you people physically, because the physical interaction that we have one-to-one is no comparison to what we have on the online mode. The virtual mode obviously does not give you that feeling. And if you miss out on the college life in the campus physically, actually you will be missing out something very, very great in your life. If we are able to reopen the college, and I hope if things fall in line and with God's grace, if you are able to come back to that, we all will be there with open arms to welcome you all physically and have a good interaction and communication, which obviously is not possible on the online mode. So once a Hinduite, always a Hinduite. And let me tell you, we all take pride in calling ourselves Hinduites. And fortunately, let me just share this, which I do every year. The principal, the vice principal, and myself, we all are Hinduites. So really, I mean, the passion and the compassion that we all have. And Dr. Dharmendra also is sitting here from the Hindi department. He also happens to be a Hinduite. And there are so many of us in the faculty, who have come back to our alma mater, and God has given us that opportunity to come and serve our own college where we studied. So I hope some of you come back to our college in the faculty, or maybe in whatever you ultimately end up doing in your endeavors and ventures. I wish you all the very best, and you actually will feel proud that you had been a Hinduite, because you will always be a Hinduite. Thank you very much. And once again, a very, very warm welcome and a very hearty welcome to all of you. Thank you. Thank you, Anima, and thank you, Bhavya, for giving me this opportunity to address the students. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We are grateful to you for all the sweet words and all the valuable information. Thank you so much.
Moving forward, art and culture signify a powerful means of expression and so does audiovisual means. And in order to give wings to your imagination about Hindu College, which is situated in the North Campus ever since it was built in 1953. Apart from the regular infrastructure, we have some newly constructed and inaugurated facilities in our college which have been recently added, and we would now like to take you through them via a short documentary entitled Naye Pankh Nayi Udan. The respective departments will also take you through their respective areas.
Can I just butt in? Sorry, Bhavya.
Yes,
Can I
ma'am.
just speak about this just
Yes.
before you put it on? I just want to tell all the students about this documentary. It is, we were actually hoping to make a documentary of the entire college to take you through a virtual tour of the college, but it is not completely done as yet. So, not to completely deprive you of the sense of Hindu College and its facilities, this is a repeat of a film which was to do with certain facilities of the college which were recently inaugurated in the month of October. तो अक्टूबर में जो हमारा प्रोग्राम हुआ था उसी के बारे में ये फिल्म है. इसमें आपको काफी आइडिया लगेगा कॉलेज के बारे में, बट द एक्चुअल फिल्म इज पेंडिंग ऑन अस and we are hopeful that we will surely show you one of these days. I mean, very soon. Okay. Now go on.
श्योर मैम. अतः अब हम आप सबके समक्ष एक वृत्त चित्र प्रस्तुत करेंगे जिसका शीर्षक है नए पंख नई उड़ान.
जय हिंदू कॉलेज, जय जय हिंदुस्तान. सभ्यता, संस्कृति, विरासत, वीरता, खेल, कला और संगीत के सरगम की हर धुन का धनी, शिक्षा की पताका का सर्वोच्च शिखर, बरसों से देश के दिल दिल्ली की शान, सम्मान सहेज रहा है हमारा हिंदू कॉलेज. हिंदू कॉलेज की बुनियाद आज से 122 साल पहले चांदनी चौक की एक हवेली में पड़ी. शुरुआती सालों में ही कॉलेज की लोकप्रियता इतनी बढ़ गई कि चांदनी चौक की हवेली मानो छोटी पड़ गई. महज 3 सालों में ही हिंदू कॉलेज नए रूप, स्वरूप, कारीगरी का करिश्मा बन कश्मीरी गेट के भव्य भवन में आ पहुंचा. समय ने फिर से करवट ली. सन 1953 में दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय परिसर का ज्ञानदीप प्रज्वलित किया गया और 25 एकड़ का यह भूभाग हिंदुस्तान के गौरव, शिक्षा के वरदान और देश की शान हिंदू कॉलेज के हिस्से आया. तब से लेकर आज तक समय के साथ यहाँ कई बदलाव हुए. कॉलेज के नव निर्माण में निरंतर नई कड़ियाँ जुड़ती ही चली गई. देखिए इस उत्सव एम्पी थिएटर को, जो हमारे हिंदू कॉलेज की एक अलग पहचान है. जब हिंदू कॉलेज कश्मीरी गेट पर स्थित था तो उसमें सभागार नहीं था, लेकिन एम्पी थिएटर था. उसी प्राचीन परंपरा को सुविख्यात वकील ललित भसीन के नेतृत्व में पूर्व विद्यार्थियों द्वारा धनराशि एकत्रित कर नए रूप में इस धरोहर को बनाया गया. उनके नाम, जिन्होंने अपने जीवन का सर्वोत्तम समय हमारे हिंदू कॉलेज के नाम कर दिया. प्रोफेसर प्रेमचंद, जिन्होंने 40 वर्षों तक कॉलेज पार्लियामेंट के निर्विवाद स्पीकर के पद को शोभायमान किया. यह उत्सव उन्हीं के परिश्रम की पराकाष्ठा को समर्पित गौरव गाथा है. यहाँ विज्ञान की छात्र संख्या में हर दिन बढ़ोतरी हो रही थी. समय ही नव विज्ञान का है और हर एक जन के मन में एक ही बात थी कि एक और साइंस ब्लॉक होना ही चाहिए. और मानो श्री संत सांगानेरिया ने हमारे मन को पढ़ लिया और वे 4 मंजिला साइंस ब्लॉक बनाने के लिए तत्पर हो उठे. सभागार के नवल रूप की महक अब साइंस ब्लॉक की प्रयोगशाला तक जा पहुंची. आइए नजर डालते हैं हमारे हिंदू कॉलेज के इस सभागार भवन पर, जिसे सन 1966 में आग ने अपनी लपटों में घेर लिया। आग की तपिश और धुएं के गुबार में यह दिव्य भवन राख हो गया, पर हिंदू कॉलेज ने हार मानना तो मानो सीखा ही नहीं। गौरवमयी महाविद्यालय के गौरवान्वित तब के छात्र नेताओं ने नव निर्माण का बीड़ा उठाया। छात्र राजनीति के चमकते सितारे TCA रंगाचारी, चांद जोशी, अनिल, P विजय और वर्तमान केंद्रीय मंत्री हरदीप सिंह पुरी के कठिन प्रयास व तत्कालीन प्राचार्य डॉक्टर BM भाटिया की अथक साधना से साकार हुआ सभागार का नया स्वरूप। फिर एक बार कला, संस्कृति, नृत्य की कलियां, बजने लगी स्वर लहरियां, गूंज उठे गीत। अब इस भवन को बने 50 वर्षों से भी ऊपर का समय बीत चुका था। इमारत जर्जर होती जा रही थी। एक बार फिर जरूरत आन पड़ी आधुनिक तकनीकों से लैस एक नए ऑडिटोरियम की, जिसे पूरा करने का जिम्मा उठाया भामाशाह की धरती से जुड़े हिंदू कॉलेज के भामाशाह श्री संत सांगानेरिया ने। इन्हीं के सहयोग से आज यह शानदार ऑडिटोरियम हिंदू कॉलेज की शान बढ़ा रहा है। श्री संत सांगानेरिया उनकी सोच, स्वप्न, शिक्षा दीक्षा के लिए एक नहीं दो उपहार, उनका हिंदू कॉलेज के प्रति लगाव, अपनापन और समर्पण का साकार स्वरूप है, जिसे देखकर सराहना के स्वर उन्मुक्त हृदय से स्वयं निकलते हैं। सांगानेरिया की ये 2 निशानियां हमारे हिंदू कॉलेज को दी अमानत हैं, जो हमारे भविष्य को सजा, संवार, निखार रही है। खड़ी खम्मा सांगानेरिया शाह, खड़ी खम्मा। आज देश में जब भी कहीं आदर्श महाविद्यालय की चर्चा होती है, हिंदू कॉलेज सर्वप्रथम सर्वोच्च शिखर पर काबिज दिखाई देता है। ये हम हिंदू कॉलेज वालों को गर्व की अनुभूति और गौरव का पल देता है। इस कड़ी को पिछले 10 सालों की प्रगति गाथा में इसे मजबूती से आगे बढ़ाने का श्रेय जाता है पूर्व चेयरमैन स्वर्गीय सत्यनारायण प्रकाश पुंज, डॉक्टर अशोक मित्तल और वर्तमान प्रिंसिपल डॉक्टर अंजू श्रीवास्तव को, जिनका जिक्र किए बिना कृतज्ञता की इस झांकी को पूरा ही नहीं किया जा सकता। हिंदू कॉलेज हमारे नए चेयरमैन श्री TCA रंगाचारी के नेतृत्व में नए पंख, नई उड़ान ले अपने सुनहरे भविष्य की ओर बढ़ चला है। आइए हिंदू कॉलेज की इस अनुपम, अद्भुत, अभूतपूर्व गौरव गाथा को युगों युगों तक अनंत प्रवाहित करने की हम सब प्रतिज्ञा लें और यह प्रण करें कि जब तक हिंदुस्तान है तब तक हिंदू कॉलेज यह सम्मान संजोए रखेगा। जय हिंदू कॉलेज, जय जय हिंदुस्तान।
We hope you enjoyed the movie, and when we come back in the official mode, you will even be able to experience it then.
The Sanctum Sanctorum of Hindu College is in caring and credible administrative hands. With a sense of elation and honor, I would like to invite Dr. Reena Jain Ma'am, Vice Principal, Hindu College, to address us and give you all an insight into the various nuances of your upcoming academic journey.
Thank you so much, Anima and Bhavya. This documentary, though we have seen many times, but yes, it made you very nostalgic. And the more you see it, the more you attached you feel with the institution. A very good morning to all of you. It's a pleasure to welcome you at the Hindu College fraternity. This great institution is not about a lavish infrastructure sprawling in 25 acres, but has a glorious past, a towering legacy, a saga of relentless pursuit for academic excellence, a unique culture, and a fertile environment. And believe me, these are not mere words, but a fact to live. I can say with pride that Hinduites have excelled, shined and outshined others in diverse fields and are donning the top positions across the globe, whether it's bureaucracy, politics, sports, entertainment, or journalism, or for that matter, any other field. Hindu believes in an all round development of the students, maintaining a balance between the academics and the extracurricular activities. The academic environment here is very open and flexible at the same time. Close interaction between the teachers and the students helps in building of a conducive environment which further helps the students to blossom. I will now give you a quick glimpse of our academic journey to the college. As you must be aware that currently we are in the choice-based credit system known as CBCS, which offers you a perfect blend of the subjects of your choice with a flavor of some interdisciplinary papers. In this mode, you have to study your subject-specific core paper, a few discipline specific electives, which are known as DSE, skill enhancement course, that is SEC. Apart from these specialized papers, you will also get an opportunity to study a module on environment studies, a language paper, and a few interdisciplinary generic elective, that is GE papers in your 3 year. You are free to select the generic elective paper of your choice, maybe in consultation with your teachers and the seniors of your department. The Google link for filling your GE option has already been shared with you in the welcome mail and will remain open till November 20th midnight. In case you haven't filled it up or you want to change your option, then please do so by that time. Moving ahead, the internal assessment evaluation of all these papers will be done as per the Delhi University provisions. And your teachers will apprise you of the same also in your department orientation program. You will come to know more about these papers again in your departmental orientation program. All said and done, under the current situation, when we are meeting in virtual mode, the entire teaching learning process is in the online mode. And we are trying to reach out to each one of you in this mode because each one of you is important to us. At present, when we propose to start with your classes from November 22nd, it will be completely in the virtual mode initially. The college is using two platforms for your classes, MS Teams and Google Meet. For that also, we have already shared in your login credentials for both and in the welcome mail itself. In case there is any issue related to your classes, we, along with the support staff, will always be happy to help you. Apart from your regular studies, the college keeps floating several value added or add on courses from time to time. We do have several co curricular and extracurricular activities like Hindu College Innovation Council, Innovation and Startup Cell, and many more. For all this, please keep yourself updated with the college website. Hope you enjoy your 3 year stay in the college, though initially in the online mode, but with the hope to meet you all and interact you all in physical mode very soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your notable points. Also, the chat box is open and your queries are welcome. I would like to reiterate that. So bring in your queries as and when you feel like. And that is it from my side.
To quote Jim Brown's, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. May I now request Dr. Rameshwar Rai sir, the disciplinary resource person of Hindu College, to guide our first year students regarding the disciplinary norms and protocols.
हेलो,
Yes, sir.
आवाज आ रही है मेरी?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
प्रथम वर्ष के प्रिय विद्यार्थियों, हिंदू कॉलेज में आप सभी का स्वागत है। मित्रों, बाहर से देखने पर हिंदू कॉलेज इमारतों की एक श्रृंखला की तरह दिखाई देगा। इसमें क्लासरूम हैं, प्रयोगशालाएं हैं, पुस्तकालय है, खेल का शानदार मैदान है, लड़के लड़कियों के हॉस्टल्स हैं, रिसर्च सेंटर है। ये सारी चीजें कहीं और भी हो सकती हैं, लेकिन हिंदू कॉलेज को खास बनाने वाली चीज है इसके 122 वर्षों का इतिहास। हर पीढ़ी इस कॉलेज के इतिहास की कलाइयों पर अपने सपनों का धागा बांधती है और इस तरह से यह कॉलेज सपनों का कॉलेज बनता चला जाता है। इसके परिसर में कई पीढ़ियों के सपने गले मिलते हैं, आपस में बातचीत करते हैं। एक शताब्दी से अधिक समय में बनते जुड़ते सपने मिलकर इस कॉलेज के भविष्य के लिए नए सपने बुनते हैं। यही इस कॉलेज की खूबसूरती है, यही इसकी पूंजी है। आत्मानुशासन और भविष्य के सपने इस कॉलेज को खास बनाते हैं। एक और चीज है कि इस कॉलेज को ऊंचाइयों तक ले जाने के सपनों और सरोकारों से भरपूर और हिंदुआइट, और मैं उन्हें हिंदू कॉलेज के सौभाग्य की उजली रेखा कहता हूं, प्रोफेसर अंजू श्रीवास्तव, जो इस कॉलेज के प्रिंसिपल हैं और एक हिसाब से मैं कह सकता हूं कि मेरे जूनियर हैं। तो ये भी कॉलेज का एक बहुत प्लस पॉइंट, एक सौभाग्य है कि हमारे पास ऐसी प्रिंसिपल हैं, अपने विद्यार्थियों के लिए समर्पित एक अध्यापक वर्ग है पूरा। ऐसे कॉलेज में, ऐसे हिंदू कॉलेज में मैं आपका फिर से स्वागत करता हूं। डिसिप्लिन रिसोर्स पर्सन होने के नाते एक आध सूचनाएं मैं शेयर करना चाहता हूं। माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट के आदेश पर विश्वविद्यालय ने और जाहिर है कि हमारे कॉलेज ने भी एंटी रैगिंग कमेटी का गठन किया है। जब कॉलेज ऑफलाइन होता है तो उसमें हालांकि अब कैंपस में कहीं भी रैगिंग होती नहीं है और हिंदू कॉलेज तो रैगिंग नहीं करने के लिए ही प्रतिबद्ध है। लेकिन अगर किसी भी तरह की असुविधा, जिसको साइबर बुलिंग भी कहते हैं, अगर किसी भी तरह की असुविधा आप महसूस करते हैं तो आप कॉलेज वेबसाइट पर जाकर जो एंटी रैगिंग कमेटी है वहां पर अपना कंप्लेन, अपनी शिकायत दर्ज करा सकते हैं। हालांकि मैं जानता हूं कि इस तरह की परिस्थिति आने वाली नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी एक वैधानिक व्यवस्था है और उस व्यवस्था के तहत मैं ये बात कह रहा हूं। मित्रों, पिछले 2 वर्ष पैंडेमिक के वर्ष हैं, पूरी दुनिया उससे प्रभावित है। जाहिर है कि हिंदुस्तान और हिंदुस्तान का हिंदू कॉलेज भी 2 सालों से कैंपस विद्यार्थियों के लिए तो बंद ही है और हम सभी शिक्षक, कॉलेज के प्रशासन और आप सब ये उम्मीद कर रहे हैं कि कॉलेज खुलेगा। कॉलेज खुलना भी चाहिए और मैं इतना कह सकता हूं कि ये वक्त भी बीत जाएगा। ये बहुत अंधेरा वक्त है। आप सभी को शुभकामना देते हुए मैं नासिर की गजल का एक छोटा सा शेर अर्ज कर रहा हूं। वक्त अच्छे भी आएंगे नासिर, गम न कर, जिंदगी पड़ी है अभी। आप सभी को शुभकामनाएं, और कॉलेज जल्दी खुले, आप कैंपस में आए और फिर जिंदगी आबाद हो। इन सपनों और इन शुभेच्छाओं के साथ एक बार फिर मैं आपका स्वागत करता हूं। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir, for your address.
Its eyes vibrate with ideas and open an arena of possibilities for bright thinking minds. Yes, my friend, I'm talking about the Hindu College Library, one of the oldest among Delhi University colleges. Also vivid and adaptive in every sense to keep learning on even during these unprecedented times. Hence, I cordially welcome Sanjeev Dutt Sharma sir, college librarian, to give a sense about the facilities in the Hindu College Library.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hi, good morning and good afternoon, all of you. First of all, I would like to congratulate to be part of this prestigious institution. And I would like to share my screen and would like to show a PowerPoint presentation of library. Yeah, is it visible?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay. So what is library? Library is where we organize reading materials for you. And the basic things are reading material and we, the staff, and the most important part is you, users. These three components makes library. These are some pictures of before March 2020, full of students and a most happening place of this college. You can see the strength, number of students in the library studying here. And these are some statistics before the lockdown. We have almost 1 lakh plus books and almost 200 plus walk-in daily. Almost 50 to 60,000 issue and return per annum. And we have almost 50 magazines, print magazines, and 17 newspapers for you. These are our collection of subjects, and we have 3 stack halls, ground and first floor, second floor, and the arrangement of books is like this. On ground floor, we have all the science subjects, and then on first floor, commerce, English, Hindi, and like that. During pandemic, there was problem of accessing the resources because there was lockdown and no one is coming to the library. So we provide you through online resources, and we have for you the Enlist program. For this, you can access all the online resources from any remote location, from your home, from your any place. So we have Enlist for you, and we have some online sources from InflipNet and Delhi University, which you can access only through the campus. And this is the situation during COVID-19. Library is empty, and basically this is not library because you are not here. The most important part of this. From September onwards, we have the facility. You can visit the library by filling this Google form, the first one. You can send us request and we will grant you permission to visit the library. And you can also fill this form for registration of Enlist to access all the e-resources. And both these forms you can find on college website in news and event section. So please, please register yourself for Endless program so you can get at least e-resources which help you in your studies. That's all. Once again, congratulations, all of you. Heartiest congratulations to be the part of this prestigious institution. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening all the avid readers here.
Counseling is the most essential aspect which any student requires, especially during their college life, where they encounter new experiences, learn to deal with several challenges, and get connected with the outside world. And in order to apprise you about the general well being and how to take care of your physical and mental health, especially during the times of the COVID-19 pandemic, may I now request the college counselor, Dr. Venika Krishna ma'am, to kindly address the students.
Please unmute yourself, Venika ji. Venika ji, please unmute yourself. We can't hear you.
Okay, yes, now I'm done. Yeah. Good morning and good afternoon, all of you. And I'm Dr. Venika Krishna, your college counselor. So let me just begin with what counseling is actually. So counseling is basically a talking therapy, which actually takes place in the confidential setup and in a non-judgmental and neutral environment. And the purpose of counseling is to help you understand and identify your problems. And eventually, through the counseling process, we come up with the solutions to those problems. Another, I will say, the purpose of counseling can be to help you empower your own self so that you can be able to deal with your stress and the concerns in your life that is actually hampering you with your daily routine. So दोस्तों, अगर कभी भी आपको ऐसा लगता है कि जीवन में इस तरह के एक क्रॉस रोड्स या फिर इस तरह के मुकाम पर आ गए हैं जहां पर यू आर फीलिंग लॉट ऑफ स्ट्रेस, कॉन्फिडेंस में कमी महसूस हो रही है, टाइम मैनेज नहीं हो पा रहा है, स्टडीज और बाकी जो आपकी जीवन की रुचियां हैं उनमें आप एक बैलेंस नहीं बना पा रहे हैं. So there is lot of relationship issues, family के साथ, friends के साथ, then you can reach out to your counselor. So now I'm also going to share you what Hindu College Counseling Center is actually engaged in. First of all, we at Hindu College Counseling Center engages in individual counseling. इंडिविजुअल काउंसलिंग से हमारा मतलब है जहां 1-to-1 फॉर्म में हम आपके साथ काउंसलिंग सेशन आपके साथ करते हैं. यहाँ पे मैं दोहराना चाहूंगी कि ये काउंसलिंग सेशन पूर्ण रूप से कॉन्फिडेंशियल होता है, प्राइवेट होता है, इसकी कोई भी डिटेल आगे नहीं, बाहर नहीं जाती है. And if you are feeling that you are having any kind of anger issues, any kind of aggressiveness, or you are going through any kind of abuse, be it your cyber abuse, cyber harassment, or on your social networking sites, or mental or physical abuse, that any kind of addiction, whether it is tobacco or alcohol, or any kind of abuse or addiction you are encountering, then you can reach out to your counselor. Now, I'm just going to share also, at some point, we also feel that family should also be engaged in the counseling process. So in that case, we also, with your consent, we also engage the family for the counseling process. Friends, sometimes what will happen is that we are on the crossroads and not able to decide that which career should be better for us, which is good for us. We are not able to understand ourselves. Maybe our aptitude, personality traits, our interest, what are our strengths? So in that case also, we provide the career counseling and eventually guide you for what next, What should be the best career path you can define for yourself? So that kind of counseling also we provide at Hindu College Counseling Center. दोस्तों, पिछले 2 सालों में जब हम पैंडेमिक से हम सब गुजर रहे हैं, तो उस दौरान हिंदू कॉलेज काउंसलिंग सेंटर ने अपना स्टूडेंट पीयर काउंसलिंग ग्रुप भी शुरू किया है। इसके अंतर्गत आप स्टूडेंट्स अपनी सर्विसेज वॉलंटियर कर सकते हैं। If you have that kind of compassion, if you have that kind of empathy, and you are looking forward to actually help the students and engage with your colleagues in the confidential and in the very compassionate manner, then you can volunteer your services for Hindu College Peer Counseling Group. Another fee cap in the feature of College Counseling Center is we have the digital magazine Manodrishti, A Vision of Mind. दोस्तों, अगेन आप इसमें आप वॉलंटियर कर सकते हैं एडिटोरियल बोर्ड का हिस्सा बनकर, या फिर अपने आर्टिकल्स, पोएम्स या ड्राइंग्स किसी भी तरीके से आप इसमें आप अपने पोस्ट भी शेयर कर सकते हैं. Now I'm going to just share with you, I'm going to share the screen with you in order to understand the way how you can. Bhavya, please allow me to share my screen.
Sure, ma'am.
Now I'm going to share how you can really reach out to your counselor. Yes, there is one question in the chat box. I'm just taking it. The student Sudhir Kumar is asking, is counseling free of cost? Yes, absolutely, Sudhir. The counseling is absolutely free of cost. So can I now share my just...
Yes, I've made you the co-host.
Yes. Yes. So just a second. Yes. So now, as I was telling you, the family counseling, career counseling, group counseling, and I will be also eventually taking the departmental sessions. So these are some of the services that Hindu College Counseling Center provides. Now, these are the details on how you can reach out your college counselor. So for scheduling a session, you can text or WhatsApp on the number given on your screen. I request the students to kindly take the screenshot of this and keep it as your, so that for your reference. Then there is an email ID also. So you can definitely drop your mail on this. During this pandemic, we have also actually, introduced the online booking system. उसके लिए आपको कॉलेज हिंदू कॉलेज की वेबसाइट पे जाना होगा www.hinducollege.ac.in. उस पे आपको एक लिंक के अंडर में हिंदू कॉलेज काउंसलिंग सेंटर का एक लिंक देखेंगे. उस लिंक पे अगर आप क्लिक करेंगे तो वहां पे आपको एक विंडो दिखाई देगी जहां पर ये लिंक वहां पे लिखा होगा एंड यू हैव टू जस्ट क्लिक ऑन दिस लिंक और आप अपनी सुविधा के अनुसार आप सेशन बुक कर सकते हैं. So this is all from my end. I hope the things are clear and all the best to my students joining us now. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for guiding us.
यारों की यारी जो हमेशा याद आती है, सच कहूं तो हॉस्टल लाइफ ही कॉलेज की दिनों की यादों को सजाती है. And a thumbs up in the chat box if you agree with me. So, dear freshers, let me tell you that the hostels at Hindu College present a coruscating kaleidoscope of campus life. Their architectural splendor and aesthetics have been the abode of many luminaries since their gates opened. Therefore, I request Dr. N. Santa Cruz Singh, sir, the college hostel warden, to take us through this vibrant place in the environs of Hindu College.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Welcome everyone to the Hindu College fraternity. I just saw lots of queries in the chat box regarding the hostel opening. But as such, for the last 2 years, it has been already closed because of the prevailing situation. The Hindu College hostel, which at present we have two. One is the boys hostel, and the second one is recently come up. It was built only 3 years back. Srimati Indupunj Girls Hostel. And as we familiarly say, these are the home away from home, which cater to almost all the students from different parts of the country except Delhi and NCR. Unfortunately, in the current situation, the facilities are not available. We are waiting for the instructions or the guidelines from the competent authority. As and when we get the guidelines from the university, we will put up the notification on the college website. So on and off, it is better, I would suggest you keep on checking the college website, because the forms and informations regarding the college hostel opening, it will be available on the website itself. Just before signing off, I just take you to just a picture of the college hostel. This is the boys hostel, which you saw in that video. The below one, this is the inner greenery lawn, and this caters to somewhere around 225 students, boys hostel, out of which around 80 are allocated in first year, remaining 6 would go to the second year and third year. Similarly, this is just a frontal view of girls hostel, which has a capacity of around 150, 160, and of which around 60 would be allocated to the first year students. We are hoping that the competent authority gives us the instruction to open up shortly, so that you come up here and give a lively feature to the college fraternity. Thank you very much and best wishes. Welcome to Hindu College once again.
I articulate my sincere thanks to you, sir, for all the particulars shared by you. Thank you so much.
Further, may I request Dr. Ananya Barua Madam, member of the Internal Complaints Committee of the college, to brief the students about the same and the aspects related to it.
I hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am.
So thank you so much, Bhavya. Continuing with what Bhavya had said about role and goal, let me also add there is something called the soul. And I'm very sure each one of you, vis-a-vis the various departmental activities, the society engagements, would find your soul calling in Hindu College. With this note, I, Dr. Ananya Barua, from the Department of Philosophy, on behalf of the Internal Complaint Committee, extend a cordial welcome to the young minds of 2024 batch. This ICC, or the Internal Complaint Committee, was established after the Government of India Sexual Harassment Act of 2013. In our college, Hindu College, we have the teaching staff and the non-teaching staff who are a part of the ICC. From the teaching staff, we have Dr. Charu Kumar from the Department of Chemistry, who is the presiding officer, Dr. Lalit Kumar from the Department of Physics, Dr. Chandan Singha from the Department of Economics, and I myself, Dr. Ananya Barua from the Department of Philosophy, as the teaching core team of ICC. So, what does ICC do? The Internal Complaint Committee, as the very name suggests, caters to the complaints received from the students. It could be in any form, verbal, abuse, physical, or any way. Should you feel uncomfortable or should you feel alarmed, you should know that ICC is there to handhold the complaints received and post some of the procedural techniques we would, adhere to the norms. I must also add that it is not necessary that you should approach the core team only. You can approach whosoever you feel comfortable with, be it our respected principal madam, Professor Anju Srivastava, be it our very dear vice principal madam, Dr. Professor Reena Jain, or any of the teacher in charges or the teachers with whosoever you're comfortable, you can lodge your complaint there. And the email ID where you can lodge your complaint is there in the college's website. However, it is the principal's email ID where such complaints are mailed to. So this is all from the ICC now, wishing all of you a hearty welcome once again and have a blessed time for the next 3 years. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for addressing the gathering.
Hindu College is that treasured institution where academics thrive, culture is effulgent, and sports has its own niche. The vast expanse of the campus brims with players emanating agility, prowess, and sportsmanship. To further elaborate on the sports facilities in Hindu College, I would like to invite Dr. Vijay Garg sir on the floor.
ओम, मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, sir.
You're audible.
ओम दिक्कालाद्यनवचिन्नामूर्तये स्वानुभूत्येकमानाय नमः शांताय तेजसे। मैं विजय गर्ग हिंदू महाविद्यालय की क्रीड़ा समिति की ओर से मेरे सभी प्रिय नवागंतुक छात्रों का स्वागत करता हूं, अभिनंदन। प्रिय छात्रों, आपको ज्ञात ही है कि हमारे जीवन में खेल कूद का कितना महत्व है। खेल कूद के द्वारा आपका स्वास्थ्य बनता है और स्वस्थ शरीर में ही एक स्वस्थ आत्मा का निवास होता है। कहा गया है, व्यायामात लभत दीर्घायुष्यम बलम सुखम आरोग्यम परमम भाग्यम स्वास्थ्यम सर्वार्थ। जो स्वास्थ्य है वो सभी चीजों को सिद्ध कर देता है। वो शरीर को स्वस्थ कर, शरीर स्वस्थ होता है तभी आपको सभी चीजों का आनंद आता है, क्योंकि जो उस व्यक्ति को किसी भी चीज में रुचि नहीं होती, ना ही शिक्षा में, ना खेल में, ना ही आदि में, किसी भी चीज में रुचि नहीं होती। तो शिक्षा के साथ अत्यधिक आवश्यक है। आप लोग सभी जानते हैं बच्चों कि शिक्षा का प्रमुख उद्देश्य का संपूर्ण और सर्वांगीण विकास है। सभी अंगों की बात हो रही है यहाँ पर। तो केवल मन और मस्तिष्क नहीं आता, उसमें शरीर के सभी अंग आ जाते हैं। सभी अंग, मन और मस्तिष्क का विकास शिक्षा कर सकती है, लेकिन वो भी स्वस्थ शरीर में, अगर तब नहीं हो पाएगा। तो सर्वांगीण विकास करते हैं। आप देखिए, एक अगर फूल एक ओर से खिला हो तो क्या सुंदर लगेगा? बिल्कुल सुंदर नहीं लगेगा, उसी रूप से खिलने में। ऐसे ही व्यक्ति के व्यक्तित्व का विकास भी तब होता है जब वो ऐसे खिल जाए। उसका न केवल मन और मस्तिष्क अपितु तन भी उसी प्रकार से खिल जाए। क्षेत्र में आप लोग अपना अच्छे से योगदान दें। हिंदू महाविद्यालय क्षेत्र में ही नहीं, स्वास्थ्य के क्षेत्र में भी अग्रणी है और वो निरंतर अपना उत्कृष्ट योगदान देता रहता है। हमारी महाविद्यालय में क्रीड़ा समिति है जो सभी छात्रों के लिए उनके जो भी उनको प्रॉब्लम आ सकती हैं, कोई भी परेशानियां आ सकती हैं क्रीड़ा के रूप में, खेल किसी भी चीज की आवश्यकता है, तो हमारी जो क्रीड़ा समिति है वो आपके सहयोग के लिए हमेशा तत्पर है। आप अगर देखेंगे तो खेल के बड़े बड़े नाम इस महाविद्यालय के साथ जुड़े हुए हैं। समझता हूं कि जो महाविद्यालय है वो ईंट पत्थरों से नहीं बनता, उसकी आत्मा बसती और विद्यार्थियों में। ये आप आत्म तत्व के रूप में वहां पर, और वो ही अपने 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 क्षेत्र में उत्कृष्ट योगदान के द्वारा उस महाविद्यालय के नाम को, स्वयं के नाम को और देश के नाम को उज्ज्वल करते हैं। मैं ऐसे कुछ नाम आपको बताना चाहूंगा, जैसे अजय जडेजा क्रीड़ा के क्षेत्र में जो हिंदू से हैं, अजय जडेजा हैं, गौतम गंभीर हैं, मुरली कार्तिक हैं, अर्शप्रीत सिंह भुल्लर हैं, ऐसे अनेक नाम हैं जिनका मैं बता सकता हूं। एक सेकंड, कुछ मैं आपको फोटोज भी दिखाना चाहूंगा कि अभी मेरे जो बैकग्राउंड में आप देख रहे हैं ये स्पोर्ट्स कॉम्प्लेक्स है, ये हमारा क्रीड़ा क्षेत्र है। मैं आपको कुछ छोटे छोटे फोटोज दिखा रहा हूं। ये हमारा जिम है। हिंदू महाविद्यालय में क्रीड़ा के कोटे में यानी स्पोर्ट्स कोटे में एडमिशन तो होते ही हैं, साथ ही तो सारी सुविधाएं उपलब्ध ही हैं, लेकिन साथ ही हिंदू महाविद्यालय के जितने भी छात्र उन सभी के लिए सभी प्रकार की सुविधाएं इसमें उपलब्ध हैं। और प्रश्न उठ रहा है कि आप सब छात्र हैं इस महाविद्यालय के और आपके लिए सब चीजें बनी हुई हैं, कुछ दान आदि के द्वारा, कुछ डोनेशंस आदि के द्वारा ये बनी हुई है, सब कुछ आपके लिए, और जो चीजें आपको चाहिए वो भी उपलब्ध करवाई जा सकती है हमेशा। हिंदू महाविद्यालय कृत संकल्प है, जो व्यक्ति है, छात्र है, उसके सदैव तत्पर है और उस सर्वांगीण विकास में केवल शिक्षा ही नहीं, क्रीड़ा भी। मैं पुनः जो मेरे प्रिय छात्र हैं, नवागंतुक छात्र हैं, उनका पुनः से स्वागत करता हूं, हार्दिक अभिनंदन करता हूं। जय हिंद, ओम। भव्य।
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot, sir, for addressing us. May I now request Dr. Shankar Kumar, sir, the college bursar, to address the students.
Good afternoon. I presume I'm audible. Can I get an affirmation?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, you are.
Okay. So first and foremost, a very warm welcome to this new batch, and warm not only in the phonetic sense of the term, even the phonetics warm has started sounding beautiful because winters have set in over here, at least in Delhi. And I'm speaking from the campus, so I can feel it, right? At the outset, let me express my gratitude as a teacher, and I'm in the Department of History. Those of you who have opted history honors would get to see me soon in your class because I will be taking some classes in the first year. My name is Shankar Kumar. And at the outset, before I sit on to talk about what bursarship is all about, what account sections does to you, let me express my gratitude. Gratitude to this wonderful set of students, the creme de la creme of India, and what it means to a teacher to be in the middle of the best of the minds drawn from different parts of the country, and at an age which brings a lot of good vibes to us. It rubs onto us. Your youthfulness and brightness rubs onto your teachers as well, and we feel young and motivated too. So that is what you bring to this college. And since I'm sitting at the college, I know what I am missing at this moment, this wonderful architecture that gives this wonderful picturesque image to this college, is missing something very critical, is missing something very substantial, right? We would, of course, get a slice of it through our online interaction, but your lively presence will add a lot of joy and substance to this campus. So at this moment, feel good about yourself, feel very dignified, feel very elated, not only for yourself, but for everyone who come into your contact at this college. Principal just messaged me, because I happen to be amongst the last in the faculty to be speaking, and thereafter you'll have some detailed presentations by our support staff, the section officers and so forth, related to scholarships, related to administrative paraphernalia. So I have to touch upon some of the points that perhaps got missed out across the presentations that you have had so far. Spare a little bit of time to read about the college, to read about the history of the college. It's an old institution. This predates establishment of University of Delhi by good 25 years or so. When you deal with or become part of an institution that's very old, what you also discover that it carries the sense of time it was established. It carries with it the stamp of time and purpose with which things got instituted over time. You'll discover, if you read more about Hindu College, that there was an intent of providing quality education to the countrymen in an non-elitist way, right? In an inclusive way, all-inclusive way. It happens to be one of the first institutions in the country to go co-ed, to add women folk to itself. That you can, the stamp of that you can see even in the college fee that is charged. If you compare this with other colleges, it's quite low. And we never factor that into the kind of efforts that we put in terms of academic or co-curricular or even extracurricular excellence that we strive for. So keep these things in mind, that you have to feel assured, you have to be the best, but you have to be a little muted in your expressions and overtures. It should not spill out vulgarly, or it should not smack of some kind of a behavior that nourish display. We have been good for years, for decades, right? So there is a sense of responsibility that should exude in your overall behavior and conduct at the college. All through, excellence should be visible, it should be embedded in everything that you do, but it should all be very muted. That's the way we are. That's in the genes of this college, right? Now, after having touched upon these residual points that perhaps got missed out by various presenters, let me briefly just appraise you of the accounts, the matters of purse, the financial issues of the college, and that is what a bursar is supposed to do. There is an account section that you discover whenever you visit the college in the main administrative corridor, adjacent to principal's office and administrative office, vice principal's office. There is an account section where the matters pertaining to your fees, scholarships, and payments or whatever expenditure that you have incurred as part of different societies or departments, you would come to the account section to get those money defrayed. And usually account section happens to be the hated place. There is a section officer, Mr. Sadar Singh Rawat. He heads that section, and you have very many staff manning different responsibilities over there. So you will soon get to know that if you have to get a bill paid, or if you have to get a voucher, if you have to pay the fee and get a receipt and all kinds of things. So you'd get to know, but presently we are doing it in online mode. So these things are done all at one window, and therefore these are the things that you'd on your own get to know, and the details of the scholarships are there on the website. And subsequent to me, there will be a detailed presentation on the modus operandi of applying for a particular scholarship. Basically, you can split the entire financial aid into two. One is something that accrues to you in the sense that you stand first in your class in a particular department, then some scholarships will go to you, right? So we will reach you, and it will come to you as some kind of an award, some kind of a reward. Then there are others where some kind of financial buttressing for those who are needy, or those who discover themselves financially vulnerable, right? And in these pandemic years, we have at times gone beyond the brief to help out. For that, you have to write to the principal on email, principal@hinducollege.org for student aid fund, and whatever portion of fee that can be taken care of is taken care of. There are procedures. You will hate us for this, but they are there. We are public institutions, so we can't do away with it. So there would be a requirement of some set of papers that you will have to furnish, and then we extend that kind of financial aid. There are other scholarships that are basically national scholarships or scholarships beyond the precincts of the college. For that, you need certification from the college, which the account section does. For that, we have a dedicated email ID, be it Inspire Scholarship or National Scholarship Portal and so forth, or I'm given to understand there is Manipur Scholarship as well. So for all these things, Mr. Rawat will subsequently be speaking to you about it on a slideshow presentation. You can take note of it. Even otherwise, most of them are there on the college website. So be it college scholarship or fee concessions, there are very many scholarships. Some of them, the amount will be ridiculously low as per the present standards. But I've spoken to some of the past students. They take a lot of pride in just being the recipient of these scholarships because they are honorable. They were instituted long time back. And we don't want to do away with it, just to keep the sensibilities of the donors at that point of time who had got it instituted. The principal told me a couple of days back, and I would rather request her subsequently on some other occasion to institute one of these scholarships in a big way, because that's new. The money also is substantial. This is Raj Bhargav Scholarship. That's the details of that is there, is put on the website, and the principal has worked tirelessly. In fact, could maneuver her way into getting this instituted for the college. So I would request that she should launch this in a more I would say, specific event kind of a thing. But this is just for the information that new scholarships are getting instituted as well. But information for that would all be available on your website. So keep visiting the website for these. And again, I take a lot of pride and delight. It's our privilege to be your teachers. You all shine in different parts of life. Just before me, there was sports presentation, and Garg Saab actually spoke about quite a few names, cricketers, sports persons. Just adding to the list, a couple of days back, I was reading the newspaper for that India-New Zealand cricket series, test series. I just discovered that Jayant Yadav has also been shortlisted. I don't know whether he gets the chance to play in the playing 11 or not, but I distinctly remember Jayant Yadav coming for the deficit in his history attendance to me. His face is very clear to me. I can straight away remember. I even got him to the college playground to ball up some of his spins to me, and so I have played him. Also, I have played his bowling as a teacher, though. So these things keep happening, and it's not only on the past laurels, but we are doing pretty well, even in the contemporary times. So on that note, let me end, and I again wish you a very fantastic 3 years of stay here, and very soon I hope we would all be able to see you in person. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you, sir, for guiding us.
The chat box constantly gives me a sense how desperately you all wait for the college to reopen. And I empathize with you, but let me tell you, the college may not be brimming with students, but the administration office is working tirelessly to ensure seamless management of the activities. It's my pleasure to now invite our administrative officer, Rajesh Sharma ma'am, to throw some light on the same.
Thanks, Anima. Hello, good afternoon to all of you. I would like to welcome all of you to Hindu College. My name is Rajesh Sharma, and I'm working as administrative officer of this college, and I'm directly associated with the principal and serve as a channel between the students and the principal ma'am. Although there are many departments in the college, but precisely I wish to discuss about two of them right now: Administration Department and Accounts Department. Administration Department deals with bona fide certificates, and the point of contact would be Mr. Vijendra Tiwari. He is the in charge of the Administration Department. Now coming to the second department, I want to discuss about Accounts Department, deals with inquiries related to scholarship, and the point of contact of the same is Mr. Sadar Singh Rawat. He is the in charge of the Accounts Department. Also, please remember that we have already shared the welcome mail with all of you, which consists of a PowerPoint presentation too. The details are displayed in the PPT. Dr. Venika Krishna, our college counselor, Mr. Vikram deals with general elective subject and Hindu Connect portal. Mr. Subodh Kumar Jaiswal deals with IT support. Mr. Narendra Kumar Ravish and Mr. Suraj Singh deals with MS Team and Google ID. Mr. Sunil Pal deals with scholarship, and Mr. Rahul Sharma deals with bona fide certificates. You all need to go through it thoroughly, as it will serve as a great help in the future as well. I wish you all the very best at Hindu College. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. A sweet comment in the chat box. Someone says that your face looks like that of his mother, which is very sweet. I find it very nice and very innocent. So thank you for the comment, and thank you so much, ma'am, once again. That would indeed be of much help to everyone present here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
During the entire course of your college life, you will be required to stay updated, check the notifications online on the college website, and be informed about your engagements with the college administration, which, even as pointed out by AO ma'am, may range from contacting them, fulfilling the examination form, to seeking any permissions for the conduct of different activities in the societies and departments, to seeking help for getting through the official requirements and documentation. And in order to apprise you more about the same, may I now request SO Administration, Mr. Vijender Tiwari sir, to kindly address the students.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Good morning, everyone. I hope you are having a good day. I will quickly tell you about the administration section here at Hindu College, so you know whom to approach when needed. The administration section is the executive arm of Hindu College. We aim to help navigate and provide a smooth college experience to all students. The administration section has had a tradition of working tirelessly for the benefit of students. We work for the students to help them in every way possible. We in the administration section help with number 1, student admissions, from ensuring all the documents are in accordance with the fulfillment of admission to giving the final green light for the assent to the admission by the principal. Secondly, we also provide all the documents that are required by the students, including students' identity cards, bona fide character certificate, semester-wise examination form, internal assessment, transcript certificate, graduation, post-graduation degree, and so on. For the bona fide certificate, हमने एक अलग से वेबसाइट ईमेल आईडी क्रिएट की हुई है, that is bonafide@hinducollege.ac.in. इस पे स्टूडेंट अप्लाई कर सकता है, अपनी रिक्वेस्ट सेंड कर सकते हैं, हम उनको क्विक जो है बोनाफाइड सर्टिफिकेट भेज देंगे. Third, the administration also deals with organizing cultural events by department and college. Furthermore, we help with the booking of the venue for the different activities from seminar hall, college auditorium, and college ground. Fourth, we also work relentlessly to make the college premises a safe space. Any student who faces any physical or mental harm or instances of ragging may freely approach the administration section with their issues. We will work with you to create Hindu College a safer and better place in every way possible. The administration section also deals with the issues of hygiene and sanitation. Any queries or complaints about washroom or water, etc., may be directed to us. We assure you that we will resolve them. We at the administration section are here to serve and help the students to the best of our abilities. We wish you very good luck for your future and hope you have a great learning experience here with us at Hindu College. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for guiding us.
Not only does Hindu College ensure a favorable academic ambience for students, but also caters to the financial needs of Hinduites. I am glad to welcome Sadar Singh Rawat sir, SO Accounts, to shed some light on the pertinence of the section office, which deals with accounts management.
Thank you, Anima Singh. Good afternoon of all you. On behalf of the account section of the college, I, Sadar Singh Rawat, would like to greet and congratulate you all for getting into this prestigious college of the university. सभी नव आगंतुक स्टूडेंट्स को मैं बताना चाहूँगा कि आप बहुत खुशकिस्मत हैं कि आपका एडमिशन ऐसे संस्थान में हुआ है जो भारतवर्ष ही नहीं अपितु अपनी सभी गतिविधियों की श्रेष्ठता के लिए दुनिया भर में विश्वविख्यात है। स्कॉलरशिप के बारे में बरसर साहब ने काफी हद तक बता दिया है, बट द अकाउंट सेक्शन डील्स विद द स्टूडेंट्स फीस and approx 16 types of different scholarship, both government funded and college level. Mainly Inspire Scholarship only for science stream and National Scholarship Portal for all streams. The students can download the bulletin from the Inspire Scholarship website and fill the necessary application form and submit the same to the college authority for verification on email ID scholarship01@hinducollege.ac.in. Important documents required from the students are mark sheet, 10th and 12th both, caste certificate wherever required, fees received, bank details of the students. Now coming to the NSP scholarship, students need to apply online at NSP website, nsp.gov.in. They need to apply and fill all the details as per the requirements. After applying at the NSP website, the candidate needs to write to the college for obtaining the bona fide certificate at bonafide@hinducollege.ac.in and verification of other documents like income certificate, caste certificate wherever required, fees received, mark sheet, bank details of students at scholarship01@hinducollege.ac.in. The institute will verify all the documents submitted by the students. Then the same form will get verified at the state level. अंत में मैं आपके उज्जवल भविष्य की कामना करता हूं तथा उम्मीद करता हूं कि आप अपने नाम के साथ साथ कॉलेज का नाम और भी अपने कॉलेज टेन्योर में गौरवान्वित करें। धन्यवाद।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर, हमसे इतनी महत्वपूर्ण जानकारियां साझा करने के लिए। We express our sincere gratitude to you, sir. Thank you.
We can understand that you would be full of a range of emotions today, of joy and happiness, even a little anxiousness and worry to acclimatize yourself with the new environment. And in order to satiate some of your anxieties, we have with us Dr. Venika Krishna ma'am, the college counselor, who will now conduct the question answer session. If you have any general queries related to the college, you may please put them up in the chat box, which will be taken up accordingly.
Okay, thank you, Bhavya. So am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So thank you, Bhavya. And let me now begin, although I feel that most of the queries have been addressed through all the talks we have delivered, but still some of them I will be reiterating so that the students really get an insight to them. So the first question, as usual, and the very, I think, well sorted out, the question is for the hostels one, number one. So maybe I can request Dr. Santa to take this question, and this is related to that when are the hostels reopening and what is the procedure of applying for the same. Although this question has already been taken, but still I would like Dr. Santa, is he there?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe Dr. Reena ma'am or
Yeah,
Dr.
yeah.
Shankar? Yeah.
I'll take this, Monica ji, as and when we get the permission to open the hostels. We'll open the hostels, and every information about the opening of the hostel, the procedure, everything will be put up on the website as and when it is announced by the competent authority. Even the form will be put up on the website. The procedure will always be there on the website. You just have to keep yourself updated with the Hindu College website.
Thank you,
so
ma'am. Yeah. So I think ma'am has answered even the next question, which I was just about to put up and which has been actually being flooded with our chat box. And that is related to the offline classes. So it has been already answered, but ma'am, again, I think so you can really satisfy our students.
Yeah, again, the answer is the same. Definitely, the campus is not a complete campus without you people. It becomes a lively campus only when we have students around us. Even we would like to see you and interact with you in physical mode. But currently, we are not in a position to give any comment on this. As and when we get the directives from the competent authority, we are definitely going to open it, and you will come to know about it through your teachers, through the website, and through us as well.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, another third question I would like to take for it is regarding the library. And the student has asked that, is the library presently functioning in the offline mode also? So maybe Sanjeev ji, Mr. Sanjeev can. So ma'am, maybe you can answer this. Yeah.
Yeah, it is on the offline mode. Sanjeev ji has already showed in his presentation that you can put up a request that you want to visit the library, and you will be allowed to do so. You just have to mail it to him, to the library. The email again is known to you people. Every contact detail, we have already shared the details with you in your welcome mail. There were 2-3 attachments in the welcome mail, which were giving you the details of not only your teacher in charges of your department, but also the support staff. So the email ID, the contact detail of the librarian was also there. You can put up a request and you'll be allowed, but in groups, not at once, because of the COVID protocol that we are still following in.
So moving on to another question. This is regarding the general electives. So first question is, how can we change general elective? Is it by filling a form? Although I remember that ma'am has already taken it, but still this is one of the question. Followed by another question is that, will RGE remain the same for all the 3 years, or it is just for the first year? So maybe.
Yeah, I'll take this up. Again, the Google link is active. This has been shared with you in the welcome mail itself. Initially, we decided to keep November 18th at the last date, but we have now extended the last date to November 20th. So the Google link will be open till 20th November midnight. In case you haven't filled your GE option, you please do so. And in case if you have filled up your GE option and you want to change it, because today itself in the afternoon, you're going to have the orientation by your respective departments. Maybe you get more enlightened and you wish to change your GE option, then you can do it again by going into the same link, but you have to fill a fresh form for that. Okay. So in case you want to change your GE option, just do it. Go to that link, fill up that link, fill up the form on that link again. You have to fill up again. Another thing, that GE option, for the first 2 years, that is the first year and the second year, that means 4 semesters, that is semester 1, semester 2, semester 3, and semester 4. You have to study generic elective papers. I'm talking about honors courses right now, because physical sciences and BA programs, they have slightly different, course curriculum setup. So for them, they have to study GE in first year and third year as well. But for honors courses, whether it is BA honors or BSc honors, first 4 semester, you have to study a GE paper. And yes, every semester we open up the GE option. But my earnest request to all of you is that please fill the GE form carefully with a lot of thoughts and consultation with your TICs and your batchmates and maybe your seniors, because you will appreciate that it will not be possible for us to keep changing your GE options, especially in the online mode. So be very careful while you fill up your GE options. Respect the time limit that has been set up by the college, and everything will be sorted out for you. I hope I have answered all your queries well.
Yes. Another question is actually, how can we get access to our timetable for online classes? I'm sure it is on the website and we have already, but still, ma'am, once
again, it's on the website, and today in the orientation program, your departments will also tell you, but you have to keep yourself updated to the college website almost on daily basis, because all important notices are being shared with you people through the website.
Another question related to academics is, how can we get the study material?
Again, can be dealt with the individual departments.
Okay, right. So students, we will be getting related to this, the information, when you will be joining the individual orientation programs, the departmental orientations. Now, this question is for the gyms and sports. I think, again, it has been already addressed, but still we are reiterating and recapitulation of the entire orientation program. So first is that is gym and sports is open for females as well as males for all. So this is the one. So I think so this is but obvious, but maybe ma'am, you can only address.
I think Vijay ji can address it better.
Yeah, Vijay ji is there.
I think he's not.
Meeting.
He's there in the meeting, but I think right now he's not connected to us.
And another question related to this is that is gym facilities and the sports facilities are free for all. So these are two connected ones.
Yeah, they are. They are for our students only. And since this is a co-educational institution, so all the facilities are there for both boys and girls. I think Principal Ma'am is also there with us. She has been there with us throughout, but I can see her video on right now. So
I've been there throughout. Yeah. Only that, yeah, there are other things also coming up, so I just keep myself off the camera.
Do you want to add something to this?
I did hear this thing very well. Yeah, the gym, of course, the sports is a very integral part of this college, has had a very long history of producing very good sports persons, especially in cricket. And we had a recent, in the Commonwealth Games for basketball, we had our student who had participated from Hindu College. And so it's a matter of huge pride for us. So sports has been by the college hugely. And I think from this year, we should in fact insist on more and more people getting into sports and related activities. For that, to keep yourself fit, we have a gym, and all these 1.5 years or so, we have obviously not been able to have any sort of usage of this facility, but we are really hopeful that this will happen soon.
Fine. So I think when we are on the last question of this orientation program, and this is what makes Hindu College a liberal institution, provided its name is derived from the particular community. So this was in the chat box, and I would really love our principal ma'am and Rameshwar sir, Dr. Santa, to please come forward.
Well, I think, Venika, before this, the question has actually been addressed in a way by Dr. Shankar, if I heard him right, in the sense that I was on and off with in the complete interaction. So I felt that Shankar has very aptly given its a very good, background of how Hindu College started, what is the history of Hindu College, and how you must know more about it. It was called a small people's movement. There is a book also written on Hindu College. So this is a college which was there pre-independence. 1899 is the year when it was founded, with a particular purpose to be participative in the national movement for freedom. And as I think Dr. Shankar mentioned, the college existed even before Delhi University. So Delhi University came later, and it was Hindu College was a part of, at that time, Punjab University. And the question of being bent towards a particular religion doesn't arise at all, because if you see, Hindu was not Hindu as the religion, it was Hindu as Hindustan. So it was popular at that time to be called as Hindustan, and that's where it got its name from. The ideology, the philosophy of its founders was to give education, to impart education to at affordable prices to all, without having any preferences for caste, creed, religion, finances, everything. All that was being taken care of by the founders, and the only interest was to impart modern education to the students, to be able to produce intellectuals, to be able to produce elites in intellect. So that was the purpose, and that's why it had a liberal attitude for thinking, for exchanging views, for being on, and it witnessed the visits of so many national leaders, actually the national leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Sarojini Naidu, and many, many more. You have to read about the college's history, which you will be able to read even on the website. We have what is called the IQAC, where we have the self-study report, where all the vision and the mission of the college has been very elaborately penned down, and has been that's where you will be able to understand the entire thought process which went into making of this college. The motto, which is music of truth, is also through the truth was the basic foundation of this college, and it has been preached, practiced, everything from then on. So the question that if there is a question on Hindu, why is it called Hindu, and it's being and we are talking about liberal education, precisely it is being called it has all the ethos of a liberal education college, and it is called Hindu as Hindustan. If you as we go down years, and as we go on advancing in your studies, you will come across the college festival, the cultural festival of inter-college nature, which is known as Mecca, and precisely to completely eliminate this feeling of being, of a particular faith, that the students coined the name of the festival as Mecca. So this is what we are there for. It is completely free from all such prejudices which you might be carrying probably. So you need to read this. I think Shankar has switched on his camera. Maybe he wants to say something.
No, ma'am. I think you have
Hello. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Am I audible?
एक मिनट, शंकर कुछ बोल रहे हैं, मनीषा जी. हाँ,
अच्छा, okay.
Okay, so just quickly adding some bits to it, since the question was about Hindu College being a liberal institution. Fellow students, when you actually visit the college, you would understand it all the more if you stand right at the entry gate of the college in, say, some selfie mode. Right in front of you, you will discover a college across the road, St. Stephen's. that has been a companion to this institution, even in locational terms. All the three places that that particular video towards the beginning told you about, where Hindu College was situated, at all these three locations, this college has been across the Hindu College. So there is that friendly banters that we keep sharing about each other. They are a good competitor nevertheless, right, in terms of academic excellence. To your left would be Delhi School of Economics, right? You can name the luminaries coming out from there, Amartya Sen to Manmohan Singh and whatnot. Even this term in economics, Hindu rate of growth, took birth at Delhi School of Economics, which is adjacent to your college. Right at your back, you'll discover Hansraj, Karori Mal, and also FMS, right? Management Studies. And that also is counted as one of the wonderful institutions in management studies, and also institution of economic growth, right? And then the only area left vacant will be to your right, which is the last outcrop of the Aravalli Hills, which is Delhi Ridge. And you can see several other very close species to ours visiting your campus very, very often, crossing the boundary wall. And it's a fantastic location, and the geographical location itself will exude a sense of, you know, liberalism, openness, and also excellence. It will keep you on toes. So don't you ever think of a very segmented and regimented kind of outlook at this college. And one more thing, you know, these nomenclatures that you get to see, be it Hindu, Muslim, or whatever, they are born of a time, and they are, as Principal Ma'am said, that there is something called usage of a term. At that point of time, it was used in a particular sense. The identifier from this word was different. So, you know, political environment keeps changing. At times, you will find a particular word becoming very vulgarized or very sectarian in approach and so forth. But university education is all about breaching those frontiers. And just come over or let the classes begin. I don't think any such moribund ideas will ever cross your mind. You will breach them all. You will shine, and you'll discover in essential terms as to what Hindu College stands for. I'm done.
Okay, can I just?
I think that Manisha ji wanted to speak, and then
Just-
after that you can take the next question, Venika.
I will just Principal Ma'am, and I fully endorse what Ma'am has already given you a brief on. And I completely agree with what Dr. Shankar Kumar had in his initial speech. He had given that addressal that you all must read the history of Hindu College. And I'm sorry, at that moment when I was supposed to pitch in, my net had just lost, so I was not able to connect. Sorry for that. But if Ma'am allows me, I think we can also, you know, ask the students to read a book which has been written on Hindu College by our
definitely.
previous principal, Dr. Kavita Sharma. She has done a commendable job. And I think we all, I mean, you all should read that book, and then you will get the real picture as to what Hindu College was all about. And what Shankar Kumar ji has said, that wherever, you know, Hindu College was established, starting from its initial, you know, building at Kinari Bazaar, St. Stephen's was always there across. So please look at the history of Hindu College from that lens, and then try to visualize and analyze when you use these kind of terms, that why Hindu College is Hindu College. I mean, if you go on the same analogy, somebody who has taken admission in Hindu College, in Khalsa College, you know, someone can ask the similar question to them as well, that why Khalsa College is Khalsa College. So you have to understand the history of the college, and you need to understand the conditions in which a particular college was named and given a particular name. So please don't take me otherwise. I'm just trying to justify the term that has been given to our esteemed and prestigious college. So please, it's a humble request to all of you, look into the history of the college, and then, you know, take your decisions that why it is so. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot for giving me the time to just pitch in over there. Thanks.
Okay, so I think so wonderfully and very clearly explained. And so this is, I think, the last question which I am taking now. What sort of facilities are provided to physically challenged students? So although there are, if you students are going to visit the campus, you will see that we have the barrier-free campus and the tactiles, ramps, but still I would like ma'am, esteemed members to really address this query.
Okay, so that's a good question, and I don't know about our the student who has put this. Would like to know more about the student also. But just for a brief, not much, we can do detailed discussions eventually. Of course, we are a barrier-free campus, completely barrier-free, which means that we have a tactile path starting from the gate till the interiors of the college, going to the sports complex, going to the cafeteria, everywhere we have tactile paths. Then we have in the hostels, we have tactile paths, girls' hostel, boys' hostel, and then we have, what is called ramps. We have ramps wherever they are required. We have ramps for ease of walking. We are in the process of coming up with a lift also. I mean, we have a 4-storied building, which is a new building, and the old building, which is 2-storied, which did not have a lift, is now at the moment we are in the process of doing the lift construction, which should get over by in a month's time. So that completes the accessibility of the buildings. That is one facility for the PWD. I mean, that's a part of actually, it's like our duty and responsibility. Then other aids for the PWD students, especially the visually impaired, is that we have certain softwares which help them access the material that they have to read. We have scholarships, of course. Then depending on the requirement of the PWD student, we are very open and flexible to providing the facilities. So books and all in Braille, and we have Angel software, and we have scribes, we have people who can help them in writing, in their exams and otherwise. And more than anything else, an enabling atmosphere. So the students feel very empowered, whether they are, what they call specially abled, or they are not abled. All of them are treated alike, and they are given enough opportunities. They themselves volunteer, and they are encouraged as well to join in for functions, for competitions, for performances. And it is a huge delight to see such students perform and be neck to neck with the so-called, able students. That's one thing. And even in the elections, when there are student parliament elections, we have seen the special children to have been there in certain for certain posts, and it was such a heartening thing to see that they have even won those elections. So that is what is Hindu, which is absolutely the same for each and every one, whether it is the students or the non-teaching or the teaching. So this is our basic philosophy and the basic training for each other. So if I say something, for example, which looks prejudiced, then my colleague sitting next to me will say, no, this is not correct. And he or she will correct me that very moment. Similarly, the other person says something, and I am there to correct. So we keep checking on each other, and then it becomes a way of life at Hindu.
Okay, so I think we are done with the questions.
One thing, Venika ji, before we close down, I would like to put forward a few more points. If the student wants their queries to be addressed and their request to be processed at a very early stage, I request them to mail on the requisite email IDs only. Like for Bonafide, we have a separate email ID. For scholarship, we again have a separate email ID. So my request to all of you is that if you want to, submit your application for either bona fide or for scholarship, please apply on the correct email ID with appropriate attachments, which we have already shared with you. Details are already there on the welcome mail, and please do post your queries on the appropriate email IDs for a quick addressal of your queries. That's it, Venika ji. And for the next 2 days, we have the society orientation. NCC will also be there, because I can see a lot of queries on the chat box regarding NCC. That clearly indicates that you people are not going through thoroughly with the mails that we share with you, because that attachment clearly has a slot for NCC. So join in for the society orientation day from tomorrow onwards for 2 days. Each society is given a time slot of 10 to 15 minutes, depending on your interest area. Do join in. Sorry.
No,
And 2 o'clock onwards, you have your departmental orientation as well. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for conducting the question answer session. It must have satiated the anxiety and queries of our fellow first year students. Finally, when we come to the end of this function, we extend our heartfelt thanks to Professor Anju Srivastava Madam, Principal, Hindu College, Dr. Manisha Pandey Ma'am, Speaker, Hindu College Parliament, Professor Reena Jain Madam, Vice Principal, Hindu College, the entire college administration, all the faculty members of our college and the students who joined us today for the orientation program. And as said by ma'am already, the departmental orientations shall begin from 2 p.m. onwards today. You must have received the links for the same. In case of any query related to your department, you may please contact the respective teacher in charges of the departments. Your classes will begin from November 22nd, 2021, as mentioned in the academic calendar issued by the Delhi University, and you can find the timetable of the respective departments uploaded on the college website. Further, the society's orientation shall also be held on November 18 and 19, 2021 from 9:30 a.m. onwards. You must have received the requisite links and information, and we encourage you all to enthusiastically participate in the societies and join them as per your skills and interest. We again congratulate all the newly inducted freshers for becoming a part of the Hindu College, and we hope that the campus reopens soon with its regular hustle and bustle for which it is widely known. And I would like to thus conclude with a quote by Christian D. Larson. Believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside you that is greater than any obstacle. And with these words, we take your leave. Thank you.
Okay, bye everybody. Bye.
Very well done. Bhavya and Anima, very well done. Thank you,
ma'am, for giving
everyone.
us that
See you
opportunity.
soon.
Thank you all for joining us. You may leave.